As someone who's experienced the journey from lush, beautiful hair to dealing with a receding hairline, and now back to enjoying thick, beautiful locks, I've explored various solutions and delved deep into the world of hair care. Trust me as I share valuable insights on establishing a simple and effective hair care routine. No need for pricey hair transplants or wasting money on ineffective solutions. Let's dive into the 6 essential steps that will actually give you nice, thick, beautiful hair. So let's get right into it. Number 1 is something I say all the time, but you should take me seriously, and that is to drink lots of water. Your hair needs water to absorb the moisture and become thicker and full. If you don't drink lots of water, you know you're dehydrated, your internal organs take priority, so they have no choice but to pull moisture from first of all your skin and your hair, because that isn't as important as having a functional internal system. Right. So you should be drinking at least 2 liters of water every day, so your hair has something to absorb and fill up with. That's number 1, easy. Number 2 is kind of something that you might not expect. This is to simply wash your hair less. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be like a gremlin and avoid water altogether, but simply avoid washing your hair as much with shampoo. You see, shampoo strips your hair of its natural oils that it produces to help protect and maintain your hair. So, every day you're stripping it of these oils, your hair has no choice but to just dry up and become brittle. It's unprotected. So only wash your hair, like honestly, once a week. That's all I do, sometimes even less, because I like to let my hair return to its natural protected state. I feel like that's where our body thrives, that natural state. But you know, we live in a modern egotistic society, so you can't be walking around stinking it up with oily hair all the time. So, wash it once a week. Find that happy medium. Next, of course, to build muscle, what do you need? You need protein, baby. You gotta feed the gains. You gotta feed what you're doing in the gym. Your hair is no different minus the gym part. It needs protein to fortify itself and become stronger. If all you're eating is lentils and spinach, your hair is going to shrivel up and dry out. So, you need to feed it protein. I'm talking eggs, dairy, meats, protein powder, whatever you gotta do, get in that protein, baby. You gotta have protein synthesis and proteins bind within your hair follicles to fortify it and make it stronger. General rule of thumb is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that you have currently. So, if you're 100 pounds, 100 grams of protein per day, you'll be sitting pretty and you'll look pretty too. Now, those are simple things that you can do. Now, we gotta talk about some extra steps if you're experiencing hair loss like I was when I turned 19 years old. It was too late for me. I didn't know what to do. I freaked out, right? I didn't do anything for 6 months, and then I had these big craters at my temples, and it was too late. The first minute you start experiencing hair loss, you need to try, first off, minoxidil. This is a supplement that increases the blood flow to your hair follicles and helps reverse miniaturization of those hair follicles. So, when those hair follicles start dying and shrinking down until they eventually are nothing anymore, minoxidil can help reverse that, can help stop it in its tracks. This can help your hair go from the telogen phase, which is smaller and shrunk up, to anagen phase, which is more strong and healthy like a redwood tree. This is what I did about 6 months into my hair loss journey, and it definitely did stop my hair loss, but it's unable to bring back those hair follicles that are totally gone. That's why it's so important to start doing this and trying this before it's too late, like I did. I had to hop over there to Turkey and get the hairs pulled from the back of my head and then planted into those areas that were already lost. But the hair follicles that are not quite gone but just shrinking up a little bit on their way to being gone, you can stop them now. There are 2 more things that you should be doing. First is rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is this thing that's kind of taken off over the last year, and people are seeing crazy results from it all over the world. But the funny thing is, experts don't really know exactly how it works. What we do know is that it contains antimicrobial properties, which are really good for your hair, and it can be up to 50% as effective as minoxidil, and it's a totally natural option. It's not bad, right? So, you can just pick some of this online, go to Amazon or whatever, and just apply it to your hair all over, rub it into your scalp like twice a week, and that's plenty. The last and final thing, those are the same thing, last and final is the same thing, don't know why I said that, but the last thing you can do is take a biotin supplement. You can also get this at basically any drugstore, Walmart, Target, CVS, online, whatever. Basically, how this works is it's a very potent B vitamin that helps produce keratin. Keratin is this thing that kind of holds your hair together and gives it color. The more of it you have, then the more of that you will have. They first noticed this when some farmers started putting biotin in their horses' daily mineral blocks, and they noticed within a few weeks that the manes and their hooves were growing way faster and longer than they used to. So, they figured, hey, if this works for horses, why wouldn't it work for humans too? And guess what? It did. So, a daily biotin supplement is a little extra thing you can do for your hair. Just 2.5 milligrams a day will definitely do the trick and give you the beautiful mane of a fine stallion. Now guys, these are the main 6 things you can do. A little word of business, if your hair is already too far gone like I was here in the temples, then you will have to take more extreme measures. So, something such as a hair transplant, which is what I got done. I got 2,200 feuille grafts plucked from the back, planted in the front, and I think it looks pretty good. But I do have to continue doing things like minoxidil and finasteride to maintain the hair that I have on top of my head because, you know, as men, we produce a lot of testosterone. If you're unlucky like me, it gets converted to DHT, and then it basically just nukes itself on top of your head. So you gotta have those anti-nuclear missiles ready, aka, you know, these 2 FDA-approved treatments, which for some reason I can't say, but you get the point. Go check out keeps.com and also do these other 5 things to help protect your hair and give it the best possible opportunity at flourishing and thriving and making you look like a hot sexy. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, and until next time, peace.